Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Accounts Guru Cool. Learn accounting online. So today we are here based on the request of one of our members. In this, we are going to discuss about real estate accountant interview questions with answers. He has an interview and considering that texted us to create the content towards the real estate accountant interview questions with answers. In this, we are going to see the questions plus answers. In addition to that, journal entry on purchase of real estate property by taking into consideration of the one example. What's the journal entry is going to be for purchase of real estate property? Second, what's the journal entry on mortgage interest and principal repayment towards that mortgage loan? So what we are going to do the journal entry, and there are a few questions what sort of going to be there and how you have to give the answer for that everything we are going to discuss here. So request all the viewers to join our membership to get in some additional perks over there, and request members to start to ask us to create the content as per your request and as per your need. So we'll jump towards that to know more about what's the interview questions with answers towards real estate accountant, and in addition to that, the journal entry on purchase of real estate property and mortgage interest and principal payment. In addition to that, if you guys are looking for any sort of training towards the accounting and finance, either that's a P2P, O2C, R2R, and FP&A, you can connect with us on our email ID accounts.gurucool@yahoo.com. So real estate accountant interview questions with answers. So before going to discuss the questions and answers, the first thing is that we have to get an idea about that the real estate accountant. What is meant by real estate? So related to all these, the organizations, firms, companies, which deal towards the property, either the doing the construction of the n number of buildings, then sale to individual uh, customer, or purchasing the n number of properties, giving it on the rent, and purchasing some properties as an investment, again doing the sale of that. So that's all is related to the prepaid. That's all is related to the real estate transactions, related to the property transactions. And if for such kind of MNCs, such kind of private limited organizations is looking someone to hire as a real estate accountant to take care of the accounting of that organizations, then how that's going to be the work and what sort of questions is going to be, that's important for us to know. So considering the first question itself is going to be, what made you want to become a real estate accountant? When you are going to give an interview, not sure either thus you're going to attain that, considering you don't have anything in your hand, or do you really have an interest towards the real estate accountant? That's the two things is different. One is due to non options, second for the interest. But still, either it's non options, you have to show that as in you have an interest, and how you're going to give the answer for that. I want you to become a real estate accountant because I'm interested in the real estate industry and I want to be able to help people with their finances. I also think that it is a challenging and exciting field. So you have to say that yes, you have the interest towards the real estate, and you are going to help the peoples by giving the most of the beneficial scheme to the require the people, and that field is, yes, it's a challenging and exciting as well. Now the next, what do you think are the biggest challenges you face in this role? Any role when we handled or handling, there might be the some challenges towards that. So what's the biggest challenges from that? So there are a few challenges that I face in this role. First, keeping up with the ever-changing real estate market can be difficult. Second, maintaining accurate records and financial statements can be challenging, especially if there are multiple properties involved. Finally, staying up to date of new tax laws and regulations can be challenged as they can have a significant impact on real estate transactions. So, what do you think are the biggest challenges you face in this role? So, there are lots of challenges towards the real estate. It's a ever changing real estate market. It's going to be keep changing. Keeping up with the ever changing real estate market can be difficult. Says that if there are huge rain, then it's going to create an impact on the market. If the in summer season, if water is not available, then the project is going to be the delay, cost is going to be the high, the soil is going to be impact on the profitability. Plus, if you have the multiple properties, then again that's going to be create a challenge. So considering, and in addition to that, the law towards the real estate, that's also is going to be change every year. So considering that, this is the biggest challenges you have to explain towards the real estate transactions. What do you think are the most important skills for a real estate accountant? The most important skills for a real estate accountant are the first, strong mathematical abilities. Real estate accounting involves a lot of calculations. So a strong foundation in mathematics is essential. Knowing that the value is going to be the high, the transaction towards the high, and lots of interest component, loans, realization of that value, profit and loss on that, what's the sale value is going to be. Either we are in loss or selling in a profit, how much we are earning the profit. So lots of calculation is over there and number also is big. So strong mathematical abilities is going to be the one of the skills for real estate accountant. Financial analysis skills. A real estate accountant must be able to analyze financial data and identify trends. Attention to detail. This is crucial in any accounting positions, but especially in real estate accounting where there are often many complex transactions. So you have to give the 100% attention towards that. Organizational skills. A real estate accountant must be able to keep a track of a large number of details and deadlines. Communication skills. A real estate accountant must be able to communicate effectively with clients and other professionals such as lawyers and appraisers. So when you're talking about the real estate, then the communication skill is important because we have to connect with the peoples, we have to connect with the professionals, we have to connect with the lawyers, we have to connect with the appraisers. So considering that, the communication skill is also is one of the added benefit towards the real estate accountant. Next is towards what do you think sets you apart from other real estate accountants? I believe that my attention to detail and my ability to see the big picture when it comes to real estate finances sets me apart from other real estate accountant. I'm very thorough when reviewing financial documents and transactions, and I have a keen eye for spotting errors or discrepancies. Additionally, I have a deep understanding of the various tax implications of different real estate transactions, which allows me to provide clients with accurate and comprehensive advice. So, what do you think sets you apart from other real estate accountants? So, you have to explain some key skills and you have to demonstrate how you're different from the other real estate accountants. Next is towards what do you think are the most important qualities for a successful real estate accountant? There are a few qualities that are essential for a successful real estate accountant. Firstly, they must have excellent organizational and time management skills in order to keep on top of all the paperwork and deadlines associated with the job. Secondly, they need to be a very detail oriented in order to catch any errors or discrepancies. And lastly, they need to have good communication skills in order to effectively communicate with clients and other professionals. Now, what do you think are the most important qualities for a successful real estate accountant? One thing is that he has to be more updated with the changes towards the real estate in tax compliances. He is keep on top for all the paperwork and deadlines associated with the job. And secondly, he is detail oriented in order to catch any error or discrepancies, because since this transaction is into the crores, and interest component also is there, plus some loan processing charges. If any EMI is bounced, that penalty charges is there. So he need to be keep an eye towards the all these things. So considering these skills is important, and in addition to that, the communication skills, as we discussed, that's also important to have a good communications towards the clients, other professionals, lawyers. So that's also is going to be the important one. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing the real estate industry today? There are number of challenges facing the real estate industry today, including the increasing cost of land and construction materials. The cost of land and construction materials has been rising steadily in recent years, making it more difficult and expensive to develop new properties. That's true, because the land cost is too high, construction material also is increasing. So considering that, the cost is going to be the increase, and corresponding to cost, the property value is not that much appreciating. So that's also is going to be the one of the biggest challenge. The difficulty of obtaining financing. The tight credit market has made it difficult for developers to obtain financing for a new project. Considering the cost is already high for the land, construction material also is high, labor cost also is high, plus it's going to be difficult for financing. That's also one of the challenge. The slow economics recovery. The sluggish economy has made it difficult for developers to find tenants for their properties, and has also led to an increase in vacant properties. If you have done the 100 of flats, and out of that, if your flats sold out only 60, it means the 40 flat is vacant, and again you have to see and give that into rental. That's a rent properties till the time no any buyer is going to be there. So that's also is going to be the one of the biggest challenge. The rise in online shopping. The growth of online shopping has had a negative impact on the demand for a retail space, as many consumers now purchase goods and services online instead of in brick and mortar stores. The rise in online shopping, that's the truth, because considering the anyone can do the online, ask anything towards the online. So considering that the actual shops and the real and towards the retail space is not that much in demand. So that's also is going to be one of the issues. Increased regulations. New regulations such as those related to energy efficiency have added cost and complexity to the development processes. So that's also is going to be one of the challenge. Next, what do you think is the most important thing for a real estate company to consider when choosing an accountant? There are, and you are going to give an interview, and this question is asked to you, then how you have to be demonstrate that the exactly your quality is going to be the match, and he need to evaluate the qualities as like you and what how within you. There are a few things that a real estate company should consider when choosing an accountant. First, they should make sure that the accountant is experienced in working with real estate companies. This will ensure that they are familiar with the specific financial needs of such businesses. Second, the company should consider the fees charged by the accountant. They should make sure that the fees are reasonable and in line with the services provided. And finally, the company should make sure that the accountant is someone they can trust and who will provide them with honest and accurate financial advice. So that's the three qualities going to be the important towards that. One is for the experience. Second, towards how much he is charging, and his CTC or his fees should be reasonable. And the third, that they can trust and who will provide them with honest and accurate financial advice. Now, the next was the journal entry purchase of real estate property. On January 1st, 2024, a business purchases a property of rupees 5 lakh, including a rupees 50,000 in closing cost, with rupees 1 lakh down payment and the rest financed through a mortgage. So it means that The property is purchased for the 5 lakh. 50,000 is the closing cost. That's we have to pay. And the 1 lakh down, 1 lakh down payment, and the rest financed through a mortgage. So 5 lakh including 50,000 in closing cost. So the total value is 5 lakh, that in that included 50,000 as a closing cost, and second 1 lakh we have done as a down payment, and rest is finance. So the real estate property is debit equal to 5 lakh, that's an asset, to bank account credit, that's a 1 lakh, to mortgage account credit, that's the 4 lakh. So that's the way you have to do the entry for that. And this real estate property, if is a straightway purchasing and selling, then that's going to be the part of our asset, and that's a real estate. So property that's going to be adding to our balance sheets. And second, we have to do the payment from the bank, and to mortgage, that's loan we received, and this loan is going to be the part of our liability in the balance sheet. Second, when you are going to do the down payment, when you are going to do the repayment of that, that's the EMI, and that EMI is considered with interest as well, the principal amount plus interest. Then how you are going to do the entry for that? On March 1st, 2024, the business makes a rupees 5,000 mortgage payment, where rupees 1,000 is for interest and rupees 4,000 is for principal repayment. Then how you're going to do the entry for that? The journal entry for that: mortgage payable, this is going to be reduce your liability by 4,000. Interest expenses, that 1,000 is going to hit to your P&L, and the total amount is going from your bank. That's a two bank account is credit. That's a 5,000. So that's the way you have to give the answer for that and present the entry for that. So that's all from this. Thanks guys for being with us to discuss on real estate accountant interview questions with answers. Journal entry for purchase of real estate property, and second, journal entry for mortgage interest and principal payment. So thanks guys for being with us, and request all the members to like, share, and ask us to create the campaign content as per your need. Thank you.